everyone. Welcome to Therapy Unveiled, episode 7. I'm Natasha, and today we are going to talk about control. Control. Shout out to my 90s heads out there. So let's get right into it. Control. Who doesn't like control? Control gives us a sense of safety, security, competency, confidence. Because when we're in control, we have more influence over the possible outcomes. But let's keep it real. What's really happening with control is that it's helping us cope with the fear of disappointment, fear itself, and worry. When I'm with my clients, many times they are talking about situations that have frustrated them or situations that have caused them to feel disappointment or anger. And I challenge them to really think about where the anger, the anxiety, the disappointment is really coming from. And I help them make the connection with their need for control. Because what's happening is the anger is this person didn't respond the way I expected them to respond. The anxiety is this outcome didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, and now I don't know how I'm going to handle the situation. And so control helps us avoid all that, right? If I'm in control, then I can manipulate, change, fix how a person responds. At least that's what we think, right? That's what we think. That's the point of it. Or how the outcome can turn out. And so I often use this analogy that helps clients really dig deeper into the idea of control. And so I have this box here. This box is beautiful, isn't it? It's nice and shiny. Has beautiful detail with some sparkles on it, right? Red. Who doesn't love red, right? And so we all have our own boxes that we create. And we love our boxes because our boxes give us a sense of safety because we know that whatever fits in this box is going to meet our expectations. It's going to prevent mistakes, right? It's going to make things perfect, right? And so we are very protective over our box. And we want every person, every situation to fit right in our box, just the way we designed it. And we designed it a certain shape, a certain color. We designed it for a certain purpose. And so we're very secure with our box. We feel really confident when things fit in our box. But when they don't, we don't get upset about the box. We get upset at the person or the situation because it didn't mold, manipulate, change the way we wanted it to fit in our box. I want you to let that marinate real quick. Let that marinate. I'm going to pause. Because I want you to really take that in. How we want to change, fix, manipulate how someone responds to a certain situation, how an outcome turns out, so we can feel safe about our abilities to handle the outcome. But the reality of it is, we don't have that much control over our lives. We wish we did. But we don't have that much control of what happens to us. And when we have the desire to control every and anything, then we are often trying to make everything fit into our box. And then when it doesn't, we get mad at the box. We get mad at the person and not the box. Not realizing oh, you know what? Maybe I need to create another box that fits the situation. Maybe I need to create another box that will fit this person and where he or she is at. But then that would cause us to release some control. But that's the thing. When we release control, then we are allowed to be more flexible. Because when we have this box, we're not flexible, right? It's no, the box is perfect. I created it as is. If it just fits in here, it'll be fine. But then it prevents us from being flexible, from being adaptable to the situation. But when we allow ourselves to relinquish control, we allow ourselves to be more adaptive and more flexible, which gives us more freedom to think about all our different options on how to handle a situation. Control narrows us down to that one outcome that you've been fixated on, that one outcome that you have determined is the best and only outcome that is going to be fit for you. When there's other factors that can change the outcome itself. And if you're not flexible, then you're not going to be able to adapt to the other factors that can change the outcome. And so I challenge you to think about how you handle control. Because if your way of dealing with control is to help you avoid disappointment, then it's going to be continuously difficult for you to be able to deal with disappointment, because you're never going to learn how to deal with disappointment. And so I challenge you to free yourself. Free yourself from the situation that you have no control over. Free yourself from your box. Allow yourself to have different boxes. Allow yourself to have that one box, but be okay if things don't fit in your box. Because that pressure to be perfect, to not make mistakes, will be gone. And so until I see you guys again, be safe, be bold, and speak life.